Now I am going to discuss about process states and transition. Now let us first to understand what do we mean by process states and what can we understand by states in which a process is. Program in execution is known as process. So when a process is executing, it can change from one state to another, and state of a process is defined by current activity of that process, which means that what is the process currently doing, what is the current activity of that process. Now let us see what are the states that process can be in. So each process can be in one of the following state. First of all, we have new. If a process is in new state, it means a process is being created when a program is going to be in execution, and the process is being created for performing a particular task, and at that moment we say that a process is in a new state. Now the second state is running. When the instructions are being executed, at that moment we say that the process is in the running state, that is the process is begins its execution. Now we have other state is waiting state. So the process is waiting for the some other event to occur, such as an IO completion. Some IO operation is completed which are in high priority, so we need to wait for the IO operations to be completed, which means a process has to wait for the IO operation to complete. At that moment the process is in waiting state. Next we have ready state. The process is waiting to be assigned to a processor. So when the process has been created, that means in the process is already been created, the new state is already over and it is not at running, right? So after the process is created and before it's running, the process has to be assigned to a processor. So it can start running or it can start its execution. So at that moment we say that the process is in ready state. And then a last one is called the terminated state. So from the name itself we must have understood the process has finished its execution. So when the process finished its execution, then we say that it is in the terminated state. So these are the states in which a process can be in. So basically these are the main states we have, and different books or different systems may use different words to denote these states. Next, process state transition diagram. Here we have diagram which shows process states and transition. We see that the new state, it gets created in new state, then it comes to the ready state where it is ready to begin its execution, and once it is ready it can go to the running state, and in the running state if there is an interrupt that occurs, it will come back to the ready state and interrupt can be handled and go back to the running state again. And again in the running state, if it has to wait for some IO operation or event occur, then it goes to the waiting state. It waits for the event, or once the event has been completed, it again goes back to the ready state where it is ready for execution again, and then it is coming to the running state. After that running is completed, it goes to terminated state.